I said, are y'all ready, Xperts? Team, how y'all feel? Fired up!
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind.
These choices determine the difference between who you are and who you could be.
I never miss that fact, taking big swings, jam to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag.
You have your own challenges, but you can make a decision. You can make money or you can make excuses.
You have to have the willpower to pull that power tool out that's inside of you and just go for it.
There's a lot of painful stuff that happened in my practice company. The reason why I grew up this much is because I learned a lot from them. The pain might be not my fault, but my healing is my responsibility.
It was a temporary pain for a lifetime of gain.
If you don't believe in you first, you can never ask someone else to believe in you as well. This is not a fake it till you make it, guys. Stop listening to that stuff.
My name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games. I just do that.
We need a vehicle, the fastest vehicle that we could find in this industry, and that's what? Superior.
No matter what happens, there's always something to be grateful for.
After death, to be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath. I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread.
9.5 years ago, on January 22nd, 2014, a vision was born. A vision of freedom, a vision of righteousness, a vision of equality, a vision of becoming the best damn financial services company this world has ever seen.
Your belief will build your endurance. You know how you say to someone, hey, let's build your list. What 3 people would you call in the middle of the night if you have a flat tire or something like that? How many people use that line? Okay, are you that person for your people?
True greatness is shown through one's works and actions, the way in which you impact the lives of others. Greatness does not make excuses or shy away from failure. Greatness is hard, but folks, hard defines greatness. Continue to be great, Xperts.
Did my past dictate my future? So listen, I'm not worried about your current track record. I'm worried about where you're going. The past is in your head. The future is in your hands.
Grand Rising, everybody, and welcome to Good Morning Xperts. I'm Troy Gandy, your Index Voice of Inspiration, and I have the extreme pleasure of introducing to some and presenting to others the host of this morning's Pass the Ball segment, and he is none other than the man with the reputation of being a master builder. He has a 6-figure ring and is a shareholder of Xperts Financial Group. He's known to the family as the man of courageous conversations. He is Uncle Jock.
Thank you for that, Troy. Thank you for that. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't Troy sound like the boxing announcer, like somebody that's going to be like, let's get ready to rumble? Don't he got that voice? So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jacques Vaughn, a.k.a. Uncle Jock, zooming in from the DMV. We got a great show for y'all this morning, and it's not too late to send that extra text message. Get your team members on. Sometimes they forget, but guess what? Sometimes they need a little reminder. So if you haven't sent the text messages out, send the text message, let people know that we are here to plug in, get locked and loaded. All right. So with that being said, we are officially in the tip drill version of Pass the Ball. Pass the Ball, ladies and gentlemen, is where we get testimonies from the field, from our experts that are out in the field that are doing the daggone thing, and they share with us what they're doing. They're sharing with us what the money-making activities are, so we can pick those nuggets up from the nugget bucket and apply them. So with that being said, I need to feel y'all's NRG this morning. I got 3 questions for y'all while y'all sending them last-minute texts. Come off of mute if you can. Team, how y'all feel?
Fired up.
Woo. And what's up?
Here you go.
And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody gets
Everybody gets a green sheet.
Everybody gets a green sheet. So we got DJ D-Lay in the building. I don't know if he's gonna be able to hit the song, but y'all know how it goes. Just play it in your head and just groove a little bit. Just act like it's playing. Do your 2-step. There you go. So if anybody's watching, they think it's still going. You know what I mean?
Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets. Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets. Get your green sheets. Everybody get your green sheets.
Early morning expert party. Yeah.
Get your green sheets.
All right. So now that we got put in the groove, real quick, Uncle Jock has the tip of the day I want to throw out there before we get to the hands that are up. I think I spoke on it yesterday, but just briefly, I'm gonna circle the block back and talk about, especially if you're team building, if you got 1 person on your team, 3 people on your team, 30 people on your team, 300 people on your team, whatever it is, this applies, right? Whenever you got somebody that joined you in business, one of the biggest things you want to do is help that person get to their next promotion. If you got 5 people, help the 5 people get to their next promotion. Juan Jaime talked about it in his presentation, and he said, you know, the first 6 or 7 years I was in business, my business did like 100, 150,000, but it stayed right there. And he said the big thing where he caught his big break is when he got out of his own way and realized that it wasn't about him. It was about helping other people. So if you got a team that's growing, like I said, in this business, you only need a handful of everything. Handful of customers, handful of business partners. Show those handful of customers, give them a great experience. Guess what? They're going to refer you to some other people. You show your business partners, you give them a good experience, you develop them, get them to their next promotion. Guess what? It bumps you up to your next promotion. Then you show them how to do the same thing. It goes back to what Eric was saying. We're showing people how to build a business. So I just wanted to implant that and embed that in your heads, because so many people talk about I, my, and it's not we. You need to be talking French, and you need to operate in that language, in the French language. So it's about we, not big I's and little U, okay? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take the ball, pass it to a young lady. I have coined her now the Groove Master. She comes on in the mornings, in the afternoons, whenever we are zoomed in, and she gets her groove on. So without any further ado, I'm going to move out of the way and give it up for Jen Harmon. The floor is yours.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to back up for a second because I'm waiting on a teammate to get online because I have a big-ass announcement this morning and some really good news. But she's on her way. She's not here yet. I'm waiting on her. Okay. So I'm going to give it to Miss Tawanda because I saw she had her hand up this morning already, too. So I'm going to pass that ball and wait a second. I'll put my hand back up when my teammate gets here, okay?
Cool.
Miss Tawanda.
Thank you very much. And I was also waiting for my teammate to get on, but I see that she's not on yet. So really quickly, have 3 things. I'm headed out to the expo this morning. It's downtown. A friend of mine should be waiting for me outside. And she is really pulling me to events, she's getting me out of my way. And just like, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here. And like, cool, let's go. Number
Hey,
two.
Kawan, I think she's on now.
Gaji.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Number two, I had a great conversation with a gentleman about doing an annuity. Prayerfully, we will be putting that in next week.
Right.
I'm excited. Number three, and the most important thing I wanted to say is my sister from the same mister, my blood, passed her test yesterday. Which I
Everybody got
knew
to come
she
off
was
of mute.
going
That's a
to do.
celebration right there. Great job.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Awesome.
Congratulations.
So as I said, you know, the team is here, but most importantly for me is that I'm going to be here and I'm going to be putting that lion's pearl on the road and be heading down to Charlotte, and we're gonna I'm gonna be there. We're gonna be there to help you move and groove. And once you turn green, what you gonna do? You gonna go.
That's right.
Got you, sis. We got you. So congratulations. If you want to say anything, come on off mute.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. I mean, perseverance is key. I've got my eye on the prize now, so let's do it.
Let's go.
Great job.
So
You're swinging it back around. Jen, you ready?
Say it again.
You can swing it back around to Jen.
Yep.
She's ready, I think.
All right, take it over, and you all have a great day. I'm out. I gotta go.
Thank you, Miss T, my baby. All right, everybody. So since Victoria had decided to make it into the meeting this morning, and she's been new with coming in the mornings, she put in 12 applications yesterday and hit her SFA. She put in $5,000 worth of applications yesterday and got her SFA overnight.
Woo! Nice. Wait, Jen. 12 applications.
12 NBTs yesterday. 12. Between like 11 o'clock yesterday morning and 11 o'clock last night.
Great job. She is not playing. She is here playing to win.
Yes, she is. Vic, do you want to come off and say anything? Good morning, baby. Especially because you put all that in.
Hold up. I got to say something. Hold on. We got to come off mute and really celebrate that. That's 12 applications. You can't act like that's extra cool, like that's normal.
That is awesome.
Nah, man.
That is amazing.
You give that up for her.
That is unique.
Come on, everybody.
Super awesome.
Congratulations.
That's what I'm talking about.
Winning mindset. That's a winning mindset right there.
Yeah.
That's 12 families help.
You know, and we had
been waiting for her contracts to come through, her appointments from her carriers for like the entire month. She signed on February 28th. She came over from another company. She has been waiting for those contracts to come through. They started coming through this week, and she's like, I'm putting in everything right now. I said, go for it. It's the end of March Madness right now. Let's go.
Wow. And you know what? I wanted to talk about something real quick while we're, you know, March Madness has really stepped up the levels. You know what I mean? It's really turned some things up. And what we got to do is we have to really get good at celebrating, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody putting in 12 applications, somebody passing their test, just showing up on this Zoom in the morning. That's a big thing. You know, we got to get in the habit of really congratulating and because some people, they have a fear of talking. Some people have a fear of showing their faces on the camera. Even if you hadn't scored any points in March Madness, I think Eric talked about this yesterday with the coaches. There are people on here doing some big things, getting out of their comfort zone. So make sure as a coach, as a leader, that you recognize that stuff in public. People need to be recognized in public when they're going through this journey. So if it's getting on a Zoom, somebody getting on a Zoom for the first time, let's recognize that. If it's somebody making a phone call, let's recognize that. If somebody's following up, let's recognize that. So I just want to put that out there that sometimes we lack the recognition, and we need to know how big it is to recognize people, especially when they're going through their journey. Y'all know how it is, passing the test, man. Sometimes that's like the monster under the stairs, you know? So I just wanted to talk about that. So with that being said, Jen, who are you passing that ball to?
Well, nobody's okay. Troy does have his hand up now. So my other class clown who likes to jam out with me, we're gonna pass this over to Troy, because us being our class clowns, we're getting everybody to start dancing, and I'm noticing that. So we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. So Troy, you take it over.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Jen. You hitting the nail on the head. You and your homegirl, and these 12 applications are doing it. Congratulations to each one of you. Congratulations to Miss Gaji for doing it too. Y'all making it happen, and I'm just gonna try to follow suit now. I'm gonna make sure y'all don't just blow past me. So I love a little competition. So Uncle Jock was hitting it right on the head this morning when he was saying that we needed to make sure that we supporting our teammates and all those that are in business with us, because we not only have external customers, but we have internal customers as well. And I've got a couple of teammates that Miss Jackie Ballard, she's been signing people up from day one. She's always networking. She's got a bunch of folks on the team, and we're trying to get her right now to her next position and get this SFA done. And the key to that was sometimes some folks will pass the ball to you, and sometimes the best play of the day is when you pass it right back to them and give them that nice, sweet layup. So I was having to follow up yesterday because we had did two interviews together, and we're getting her field training in. She's already got the folks. She's actually even signed up enrolled two more folks just this past week. So with that being said, we needed these field training points and whatnot to go on the board with us. So I had to follow up with one of the companies this just yesterday. And come to find out, they had kind of dropped the ball. I ain't gonna call them out, but we had already put in the second half of the application, and for some reason they didn't have it. So we followed up, made sure they got it. Now it's showing up. So we ready to make this SFA happen for Miss Jackie Ballard.
All right.
She's not showing her face this morning. She's on, but she's not showing her face. So that means she's doing some networking right now. She's an early riser and gets it in. So I know that's what she's doing right now. So I ain't gonna call her out this time.
Well, Troy, real quick. I don't know if did anybody make it to Frank's training yesterday? Frank DeLeo's training?
Yeah.
And he was talking, man, he was talking about field training, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he was talking about field training, he said, when you get a new person, don't let them drag their field trainings out, because somebody might go through their 10 field trainings. It might take them 2 or 3 months to go through 10 field trainings. What you want to do is get through that list and get through your field trainings as soon as possible. Give the new business partner the expectations that we're going to go through these field trainings and get them done within, a week or 2 weeks time. Because what happens is when you spread those field trainings out, it prolongs you making money. You see what I'm saying? It prolongs you making money. He was saying in his system that they use, they set, or the expectation for their team and their agents is to set 8 appointments a week, whether you part-time, spare time, full-time, no time. That's what the expectations are. And so what happens is, if you as a leader, if you compress that time, guess what? The new agent gets a promotion probably sooner than later. The new agent is making money sooner than later. The new agent is like, whoa, now the confidence is built up. I can do this. I can go find another 8. But if you stretch it out over a 2-3 month period, you're doing the new agent a disservice, and you're doing yourself a disservice as far as growing your business. So I just want to touch on that, because that's how Jackie, she's doing all the right stuff. Y'all compressing that time. You're getting it done sooner than later. So great job, Troy. Great job, Jackie. and who you
Thank
passing that
you,
ball to?
Troy. Thank you. I'm sorry. Good morning, everybody. Every day is a fresh start. So, thank you, Troy. I'm having computer problems today, so I had to get on my phone. And I was texting at the same time. But like Uncle Jock said, I'm just in the car. I'm in the car. I'm gonna stay in the car. And I'm trying to drive the car now. At first, I was just sitting in the car.
Right.
Now I made a conscious decision to get behind the wheel and drive. So everyone, just continue to pray for me. I'm in the car.
Well, you got this. You got this.
Cool, cool, cool. Thank
Troy,
you,
who
thank
you
you,
passing
thank you.
that ball to, sir?
Oh man, I'm passing it to the fast forward. The man that is always running right around the edge of the rim. And that is none other than a man called Money.
You know, thank you, brother, for the opportunity to be the opportunity to speak with you for a second. You know, something that made me think when you talking today, right? Well, I heard you said something, J. Jock. You know, enthusiasm is a beautiful thing because people feed off other people's energy, right? If I'm feeding off your energy and you're feeding off my energy, we can't do nothing else but grow. Because sometimes your enthusiasm passes to somebody else, it also lifts them up. It takes some from our places where they might be down, they might can't reach the areas that they need to be without your support. Your support is the greatest thing that we need. Just like this morning call here. It's the enthusiasm. That's why everybody likes hearing that call and listening to people and talking to people. Because we learn from each other and also we feed from each other enthusiasm, man. So it should be every morning, man. We should, when somebody asks for a congratulations, we should be every name. Every voice should be roaring now. Because that is support. We need each other's support. Because some of us need to grow our voice, and some need to show our voice. But you can't get your own voice if you don't have no enthusiasm, no backbone, no support, no nothing there. We need it, man. We need it. So just like they say about the sister getting 12 new people. That is outstanding, man. That's big.
Yep.
It sounds like we only tapping shoes on the sidewalk. you know what I mean? That almost sounds like track trailers rolling down the street, man.
Yep.
That is something big, man. We gotta treat everybody, get our support, man. Like it's the greatest thing ever. We need it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
That's all I wanted to say, brother.
That's big too, and it's something that we gotta get better at. Like we're not doing a bad job, but I think we can get a lot better as a whole with just recognition and coming off coming off camera, coming off the microphone and really supporting. So with that being said, who you passing that ball to, Steven?
Let me see. Good guy. The guy for my specs on, baby. There we go. So I can see this. Oh, this smooth brother right here. We got his prom suit on. Some call him good brother. He's the king of Florida now. Cause he used to be the king of the Midwest, but now he's the big boss in Florida. So I'm calling my good friend Andre West.
Andre, can you come off mute today, sir?
All right, all right, all right. Look at that, man. I was just talking to my wife about you there, Money. And I told her you are back. And I am so excited. You make me want to be a better man. Thank you so much. And I see heads nodding right there. You make me want to be a better man. There are no excuses, people. There's no reason to not be great in life when I see someone like you, Stephen Short. Money, thank you so much. Jen, we had a great conversation. She called me about some folks that she's assisting in Michigan for health insurance. I also am working with someone in Georgia for their investment side of things. And it was a referral from another experienced agent out in California. It is exciting, everybody, to be here, to be now, and to be active and working and just trying to. My whole goal each and every day is I just want to follow up with everybody that I've already spoken to. And I just keep going back and forth, back and forth. I had a gentleman from New York call me yesterday, another referral from a BNI member. And he and I were able to have a nice conversation, but I could do nothing for him. It was already too late, everybody. There's nothing worse than catching up with someone too late. So today is the day. Today is the day. I had my neighbor, I had the appointment that I had with her. She wants to get some life insurance. She wants to get some health insurance. She's been thinking about getting life insurance for her ex-husband, but we got to work on that. I've lived here a year. She hasn't done it yet. We only have today, everybody. We only have today because you never know what tomorrow is going to yield. So that's all I have to say for this morning, everybody. Take it, do it today. And I'm going to pass the ball over to Elijah Pye. Lacole, let me tell you what I love about this man, and he is my northern neighbor. I am 15 minutes from the Georgia state line, and I think about him all the time, working in one of my favorite places, Atlanta. And it's the hometown of my practice company, Atlanta, but we are taking it over all because of people like Lacole Elijah Pye. Take it away, ED extraordinaire.
And awesome, the king, the former king of the Midwest, now the king of the Southwest, right? So thank you, Mr. Andre. Thank you everyone for being on this call this morning. Amazing, amazing. Congratulations, Goji, on your license. That is amazing. Right. So I also have some great news to share. Sorry about my voice. Last night we had an awesome team training. It was great last night. We have some guests on and we're following up on those guests to make sure that they actually whatever seed we planted last night come to fruition. So we're following up on those. And then immediately after last night, we also have a ED meeting, and then I thought it was done. But then I got a call from Iowa, another person that I prospected, and he said he was not going to give me his number, but he promised he was going to call me. So I waited, came back on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then late last night, he called me, and we have scheduled an appointment for next week, Monday, right? So what I did was I printed, I have a pen that I made with my name and my number on it right there. So that's a pen, that is mine. Anybody that I meet, I give them a pen. They might throw away your business card, but the pen is so beautiful, they will keep it. My name and my number and what I do on that pen, right? So he said he picked up the pen to write something and then realized that, oh, this was the guy. He promised he was going to call. So he called me. So set up an appointment for Monday. And I'm so happy about that. Also have one policy approved. And I'm going to be heading to the office right after this call. Have some couple of appointments set right there at the office today. So following up, I have one annual review scheduled tomorrow. And from there, trust me, I am qualified to request for referral. So that is my share. So and I'm gonna pass the ball. I don't know who should pass the ball on to Ms.
Hold on
Jack.
1 second, Nicole. Hold on 1 second. A couple things, because you're an executive director, and you say like you really hold that position of the professor, because you always dropping wisdom and you're always leading from the front and showing people how to do it. Number one, you stay talking to people. You stay planting the seeds, different seeds too, business cards, pens. The pen worked its magic for you because the pen popped back up in the prospect's peripheral and he was like, oh, and he said he was going to call you. You didn't put no pressure on him. He said he was going to call you. And the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, you got to keep putting seeds out there. And before we go and transition and bring up Coach Eric, I wanted to do another recap real quick on Frank DeLeo's training yesterday. He talked about a book yesterday that we brought up. I think we talked about it about 6-7 months ago. Might even been longer than that. I think Eric actually bought that book to some of the ELC members, some of the leaders. But do y'all remember what that book was? Anybody that was on there on his training?
10X.
10X is easier than 2X.
The 10X book. How long ago did we suggest that book?
Man, it had to be about a little over a year ago.
Yeah,
It was
since
about,
last year.
it was about a year ago, almost this time, because Eric and I went to a conference in Florida, and that's the book. Ladies and gentlemen, if we all get on that philosophy, if we all get on that page, because I read the book twice, and guess what? I got to go back and reread it because I started slipping away from the principles that will 10X my business. If you all want to grow your business, read that book. 10X is easier than 2X. Read it, audio book it, transcribe it in the sky. However you got to get the information, get that information. And challenge your team to get that information. Challenge your team, challenge your leaders to get that information. Man, if we all start moving on that 10X frequency, I'm telling you, it's going to be crazy. And Maylin, I think you said you started reading it yesterday. If y'all did not get that book, get that book, because where we're going right now and what we're getting, the journey that we're getting ready to take, it would behoove everybody to have that information because there's getting ready to be some separation going on here. Some of the leaders are getting ready to really separate from the I'll say from the average. And that's just how it is sometimes. You got to create that separation. And if you're on the same frequency, it makes it a lot easier for everybody to get there at the same time. So thank you for always being inspiring, Nicole. I'm getting ready to move out of the way and give it up to none other than the index voice of inspiration, Mr. Troy Gandy. The floor is yours, sir.
All right, all right, all right, all right. We want to just say, everybody come off mute because we want to say great